through the cheap blinds of the office like an accusation, lighting up every neglected speck of printer dust and existential shame hanging in the air. I had just returned from a 3-day spiritual battle with a dead possum in the wall of Unit 18, an experience that left me twitchy, reeking faintly of ammonia, and questioning the ethical capacity of modern insulation. I wanted coffee, silence, and 10 minutes of uninterrupted screen staring before the daily madness began. Instead, I got Chad Williams. He didn't so much enter the room as erupt into it, forehead glistening with the pure moral certainty of a man who owns 5 identical pairs of khakis and believes Excel is a divine language. His arm shot out, index finger extended, like a condemned general pointing to the gallows.
Macready, my office, now.
I followed, trailing the vague scent of lemon disinfectant into his lair. A climate-controlled managerial crucible decorated with laminated flowcharts, framed inspirational quotes. Attitude determines altitude, and an aggressively healthy bamboo plant that had clearly been absorbing passive aggression for months. He slammed a file on the desk so hard a paperclip launched and hit the ceiling. The file was thick, bloated with tribunal printouts, legal footnotes, and what I suspected was a psychiatric profile.
Trevor,
He said, with a slow, burning intensity. Fucking Trevor? Ah, the ghost of the tenant who would not die. Look, Chad,
Mr. Williams,
he snapped, voice sharp as a stapler mishap.
you refer to me as Mr. Williams when you're standing in this office with that file and this much legal exposure.
I gestured loosely toward the stack of disaster on his desk. I did what was necessary. He had 6 unregistered animals, a mildew situation approaching biblical proportions, and I'm pretty sure he was growing mushrooms in the dishwasher.
You evicted him on a non-compliant notice scrawled in crayon.
I drew flames on it for emphasis, I replied, somehow thinking that helped.
You wrote, "Cleanse thy den, creature in red ink."
It was thematic.
You trespassed the line of legality with the subtlety of a freight train.
He flipped through the file, his mouth tight, his jaw working like a photocopy on his last toner cartridge. He pulled out a tribunal transcript.
You told the judge the black mold was a manifestation of Trevor's spiritual decay.
I leaned back slightly, eyes unfocused. It hits at me, Chad. I stand by. His face twitched, one of those micro-expressions that tell you a man is deeply weighing whether professional homicide can be justified if it's done with a stapler.
We're being fined, Macready, and Trevor's lawyer has filed a civil claim for emotional trauma, spiritual defamation, and damage to a vintage humidifier. You have embarrassed the agency, again.
I attempted a smile. Publicity is publicity. I was exiled back to my desk, emotionally cauterized and spiritually flayed. Leanne at reception didn't look up as I walked past, just popped her gum with the flat disinterest of someone who had already bet against me in the staff sweepstake.
How bad?
Chad's got the tribunal report in one hand and the number for HR in the other. I think he's going to try and summon my replacement, possibly via dark ritual. She tilted her head, mildly impressed.
So just another Tuesday.
I sighed, tried to write up a bond refund request, typed tenant vacated under celestial duress, refund pending metaphysical audit. Deleted it, rewrote it, sent it anyway. And then the noise. A low, barely audible scritch, 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 rising from the depths of the photocopy room like a poltergeist, dragging its nails across tiled flooring. I froze. Slowly, I rose, walked over and opened the door. Inside, the photocopier was convulsing. Not mechanically. Organically. I approached slowly, the way one might approach a wounded animal or a malfunctioning espresso machine. The lid quivered. The paper tray rattled, and then it darted. A tail, long, green, sinuous. "Leanne," I called out calmly, "there is a reptile in the copier."
Unless it's printing invoices, I don't care.
"What if it's Trevor?"
Not today.
Stood there, staring at the flickering LCD screen of the printer as the lizard vanished deeper into its guts. I imagined it living there now, nesting, laying eggs, multiplying, becoming part of the system, a literal, cold-blooded manifestation of bureaucratic hell. And somehow, that felt right. The lizards were already in the machine. I just stopped pretending otherwise. 4:35, Chad stomped past my desk again, gripping his reusable coffee cup like it was a grenade he wanted so badly to pull the pin on. I waved. He didn't.